Good morning, everyone. It's Craig Bennett, aka Cash Cake, and I'm here with the Thrive Fantasy video. We're going to talk a little bit of their contest structure. They also have props if you want to do those as well against playoff basketball starting here this Saturday. 4 games spread out through the entire day, so enjoy a little basketball. Let's just check things out. All right, I have the Thrivefantasy.com desktop version pulled up here. Like I said, they have a prop lobby as well. I cannot see it here in Indiana, but the contest lobby, we're going to go through these plays, and it's basically the same thing with props. We're just going to talk each and every one of them here. They got a nice $20 entry here with $1,000 up top. I'm sorry, $500 up top. And we're going to just talk about these. They got 10 plays up on the board, so 10 props we'll talk about here. So even if you're not doing Thrive Fantasy, you can get something out of this for props, even though some of them are a little low. Like James Harden, 9.5 assists. It's not that anywhere else out there. This one's a freebie for me at over 110 at over 9.5 assists. It's at 10.5 at a lot of places out there. But we're going to talk about each one of these. All you got to do is pick 5 out of the 10 that you like, and you're just trying to get the highest points. If you do not have an account over at Thrive Fantasy, you can sign up using the promo code DFSArmy and get 100% instant deposit match up to $100. And the thing as well is if you are a new account holder at thrivefantasy.com, you can follow the directions in the description below, and you can get a free month of DFSArmy VIP membership. So you get the NBA today, baseball today, all the NASCAR today, MMA, all that stuff is contained in the VIP membership. So it's just not one sport. You get everything. So if you want to see what we're all about, again, sign up with the Thrive Fantasy account and get a free month. So I don't see that hurting at all. Let's go through these though. Let's go through the 10. Like I said, you're going to pick 5, and I think you pick 1 ice play. Basically, it's just in case of emergency if one of these guys is ruled out. And hey, we saw it yesterday with Paul George. I did not expect him to be ruled out with safety protocols. How crazy was that? Yeah, just absolutely insane. But let's just go through these. Joel Embiid, 32.5 points here. That's a pretty high number. I'm kind of torn on this. I know the number is almost 33.5 at a lot of other places. I think he's going to do everything he possibly can here, but being that high of a number, I could see taking the under on this if you want 105 points. I'm kind of torn with this one at the current price that it's, or at the current level, it's at 32.5. So I might not touch that one, but I can see it going either way with Joel Embiid here. Tobias Harris over 6.5 rebounds. Another one that I'm kind of like on the fence with. I'm not sold either way with Tobias Harris or what he's going to do. Going to play a ton of minutes, though. It's the playoffs, right? If we look back at what he's done, he put up 7 rebounds against Toronto, but before that, 5, 4, 6, 5, 5, 5. So I'm probably going to lean the under with him. But the minutes are going to be there. He's going to play massive minutes. He was only averaging around 34 minutes over his last 5. We'll see all these minutes cranked up to the high 30s. If not low 40s for a lot of these guys. So I'm kind of on the fence with this one as well, because I can see him putting up 7 rebounds, but he's only done this in 3 of his last 10 games, putting up that over. But you got to have to take some of these things with a grain of salt, with the minutes they are playing. They're all going to be severely elevated when it comes to the playoffs. So have to keep that in mind as well. Pascal Siakam, 32 points, rebounds, 32 points plus rebounds, man. Again, he's going to play a ton of minutes here. I actually love this over with him. He's went over this in the last 4 games, 41, 48, 44, and 37 points and rebounds. And he's went over this in 6 of his last 9 games. I see this continuing. He's playing really good ball right now. I see Van Fleet and Siakam kind of taking control of this. Barnes, been great as a rookie, but I think he takes a little bit of a back seat here. So, speaking of Barnes, the next one here, Scotty Barnes, 9.5 rebounds and assists for Scotty Barnes. This is what I'm kind of mean. I think he's going to take a little bit of a back seat to this. He's went over this number in 4 of his last 10 games, but the last 2 against the Knicks and Houston, he only put up 7 and 6, but did put up 12 against Philly here. Both OG being back, I think he's going to do a little bit more rebounds and assists and less scoring, though. I mean, he's going to be involved, so I can see him being involved with this. And so I can see him maybe hitting this over because of that and not having to do so much scoring. So I can see taking the over on this is one I might just leave alone. because there's no clear cut, but I can see him scoring a little bit less these games and doing more involved in the rebounds and assists and getting guys like Siakam and OG his shot, and just kind of being, more of a team player on this. Fred VanVleet, 23.5 points and assists for good old Fred. Again, it's playoff time. These dudes are going to play 40-plus minutes, especially with Nick Nurse. He does not give a crap, even in the regular season. So when he comes down to, playing in the playoffs, he definitely doesn't give a crap. So if we kind of look at this, he's averaged 38 minutes over his last 5 games, and he's only went over this in one of the last 7 games. He's only went over this in points and assists. Now, Fred can take over a game anytime. Against Miami, he put up 36 points and assists, but before that, 21, 22, 20, 17, 8, and 18. This is playoff time, though. Again, it might be one I leave alone because it can go either way here. I still kind of feel like Fred VanVleet and Siakam are going to take this team, going to do more. But like I said, they still have Gary Trent Jr. They still have guys that can put the ball in the hoop. OG sometimes can get hot. So I don't know if I absolutely love this one. I can understand why it's split at 100 points either way because I can see it going either way here. But he's going to play all the minutes he can possibly handle. The juice is on the over here at -115, though, if that kind of shoots you one way or the other. Jokic, 52.5 points, rebounds, and assists. This is a massive number here, and I kind of was struggling with this in another video I did today of what I wanted to do. I think 52.5 is a little high. He's going to have to do everything for this team. I completely get it. And he went over this number in the last 7 games. He's went over it. But he's playing a Golden State team at home or on the road. So the Golden State is at home. Denver's on the road in the first playoff game. I think they could struggle here. I think they can try to take everything away from Jokic and make those guys beat them. And they are not a good team. So I'm going to lean the under here. The juice is on the over at -125 on the 51.5 line. So if you want to take a shot on that, but I'm still going to lean the under here. I'm going to go with my gut on these calls. And I'm going to take the Jokic under here. Aaron Gordon, 17.5 points. I think that's a little bit elevated, and I feel he's been doing really well. Don't get me wrong. But again, I kind of feel like in this playoffs, they're going to kind of shut him down a little bit. He's went over this mark in 7 of his last 8 games, so he's done really well. But again, I'm going to take the under on this. I think just going up against Golden State on the road, Golden State's going to come out with a vengeance here with Clay and Wiggins and Draymond and getting Steph back. I think they're just going to kind of put it to this team. So I'm going to take the under on that as well. So there's 5 plays for you. Draymond Green, 7.5 rebounds. I don't really want to even touch this one. I think it could go either way here. He's went over this number in 3 of his last 10 games. I just don't really want to touch this at all. So I'm going to leave this one alone. Klay Thompson, 30.5 points, rebounds, and assists. This one could go either way as well, right? He's went over this in 5 of his last 6 games. Steph has been out a lot here, so that's one of the reasons. So I could see maybe in a game like this, maybe they still want to get Klay staying hot and Steph just finds him, or Steph wants to come back and get his shot falling. So this one could go either way for me as well. The under is actually juiced around -120, so people are hitting the under on this. I think it could go either way. I'll take it the over as my ice pick. But these are the kind of plays that I'm looking at. Again, you just have to pick 5 out of the 10. You're going for the most points. So some of these you got to take some risks on. Like I said, maybe you want to take an under approach on Scotty Barnes, and hopefully he just kind of does not do a whole lot that game to get massive points. Or, maybe Draymond and the rebounds and he doesn't get that many. So it's a thought process when you're doing these as well. So again, here's Thrivefantasy.com. Check them out. Sign up using that promo code DFSArmy. Hit that like button on your way out if you want to see more of these videos. And we'll just keep on trucking here. So enjoy your Saturday. Enjoy some basketball. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Deuces.